Hello, this is Joe Pryor with the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, a part of Redbud Realty and Associates. And this is another in a series about investing in real estate and investing in real estate in Oklahoma City. Now, yesterday, I gave a few suggestions to the federal government about how they could hasten the recovery of the housing industry. Number one, they can make it a little easier for people to get loans who are owner-occupants, but especially they can help investors. This is the time where investors want to buy. You know, that buy low, sell high, this is the time that they do it. You don't buy in 2005 or 2006 at the height of the market. You buy in 2011 where the deals are there. And so I want to talk a little bit today about what leverage can do for you in terms of buying real estate. Now, probably this is an indicator of the problem with financing right now, for one thing, that investor loans are not really good for you out there. Especially if you own a lot of property, and we can see this by 57% of all investment property in the United States is being bought cash. Now, there is some good news there. Number one, there's people with cash. There's people who can buy real estate, and they're buying it cash. Number two is, with all the defaults that are going on in mortgages right now, of all kinds, then buying cash, there's no mortgage that possibly can default. That is the good news. Here is the bad news. When you buy that property cash and you have a vacancy, guess what? That one property has 100% vacancy. Not only does it have 100% vacancy in terms of your portfolio, but it also has negative cash flow. Why? Because you're still paying taxes, insurance, utilities, maintenance like yard maintenance, and you're still having to check on it, or your property manager checking on it while it's vacant. Now, this is where leverage can help you out. For instance, let's take a $90,000 property in Oklahoma City that should yield about $900 a month in terms of positive cash flow. Obviously, you're going to have that much positive cash flow because you're not making a mortgage payment. Now, let's say that $900 a month is something that you're vacant. Well, you have no $900, but let's say you take that $90,000 and you invest in 4 properties. For instance, I have a property right now that with 20% down at $45,000 will yield you $400 a month positive cash flow. It is a short sale. Let's say you buy 4 properties like that. Well, now we have $1,600 a month positive cash flow. So the advantage there is $1,600 a month in terms of cash flow versus $900 a month in terms of cash flow. The other thing is this: because of our 1% vacancy rate, because Oklahoma City is such a fabulous job market, because it's number one in the lowest unemployment in the United States for cities over 1 million and the highest increase in personal income growth, then this is a great place to buy. With a 1% vacancy rate, it's typically that all 4 of those are going to be rented. But if one goes unrented, then you have a 25% vacancy rate, not 100%, and the 3 mortgages can be paid, or the 4 mortgages can be paid by the cash flow coming from the 3 properties, and so you are not negative. So you can extend your reach, you can buy more, you can get more in terms of cash flow, and you can protect yourself against the downside. Now, my suggestion is buy a short sale in Oklahoma City. We haven't lost value since 2008, and so the good news is that you can buy something 25% under value with the idea and not the worry that it's going to go down in value like many markets are doing right now because of the sheer amount of foreclosures that are still going on in those markets. And so you have protected value. You're 25% below the market value, plus another 20% down on a Fannie Mae loan in terms of a down payment. And so you've got protection against the downside, you've got equity, you've got positive cash flow. That is where leverage can really help you. Now, in the next video that I'm going to do in this series, I'm going to talk a little bit more about leverage, and I'm going to talk about what internal rate of return, ROI, means to you and how leverage helps you in that respect. Until that time, this is Joe Pryor with the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City. Excuse my slur, that's the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.